Thirsty, I am thirsty, hell, boy. You've been my only friend. You tell me that they can't understand the man I am, so why are we here talking to each other again? I forgot my watch again. Not a problem though. I normally don't care when I forget my watch when I'm going to jiu-jitsu because I don't use it there. It's just kind of nice to have. Mirror on the wall, here we are again. Mirror on the wall, here we are again. Through my rise and fall, you've been my only friend. They tell me that they can't understand the man I am, so why are we here talking to each other again? So something I've been a little bit curious about is whether or not I could be able to ride like any motorcycle. Now that I've rode for a little over a year and a couple months or so, I wonder if I could ride, like pick up any motorcycle and ride it just fine. I feel like I definitely could. I look at some of those big Harleys, or like even just like some of those like massive BMWs that they have, like those 1300cc bikes that are just like huge. I'm not worried about the physicality of it. Like, I know I'm a big enough person to like handle a bike like that, you know. It's just that the weight difference I think would be kind of difficult, and the ergonomics of it, the way I'm seated, might make a bit of a difference. But I think that I could definitely pick up any bike and ride it just fine, as long as, because I understand the fundamentals of riding a motorcycle. But I feel like there might be some people out there that think that because I ride a 300 that I couldn't ride like a Harley, a 600-pound Harley. I don't know what the weight is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that I know the relative weights of like sport bikes, and you know, like an average weight I would say around that 400 mark or so, a little over. But I don't know what the weight is like on Harleys. That was a bad turn, Henry. Yeah, I don't know what Harley's like weights are. I would say 600 would be accurate, I would think. Sounds right. But I feel like some people do think that I wouldn't be able to ride a bike just because I've ridden such a small one. I wouldn't be able to ride with them big ones like that. But honestly, I'm very confident. The only other bike I've ever rode is my buddy who has a Ninja. It's a Ninja 300, I think, or 400 it might be, I don't know. But it's a low cc sport bike Ninja, and it's basically about the same as mine. I rode that and it was like it was fine. There was no issue with it. I'd say I did fine. I do, however, because I want to eventually upgrade, I want to like test drive like a 600. You know, I want to like ride a 600 for a little bit, see what it's like, a super sport. And I do wonder about those, like how much of a difference it would be. It would obviously be very different for me riding something with so much more power, so much more torque, acceleration, all that good stuff. But I feel like if you have any sort of experience on a bike, that you can pick up pretty much any bike and ride it just fine. I may be completely wrong in saying this, because I know there are people out there that, like, you know, take like safety courses with their, you know, their DMV or whatever, and they, you know, make you ride like multiple different types of bikes. So maybe there is like a bit of a difference. I mean, I know there's obviously differences in them, but maybe it's actually a little bit harder than I'm making it sound. But from what I can tell, most bikes are the same. They all just, you know, clutch, kick, you know, kick shifter, front brake, rear brake, you know, throttle. They're gonna be in different spots and stuff, but I feel like it's all generally the same. So that's why I think that. So eventually, actually, one of my buddies I'd mentioned a while back, I think I talked about how one of my buddies was looking at getting a 600. If he does get one, which I hope he does, I will try and ride that, and hopefully I can make a video about that, and, you know, share my thoughts on what it's like going from a 300 to a 600. Not obviously switching over completely, but just driving on one, cruising around, seeing what the differences are. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. I'm curious to know if people think similarly to me on this or not. Maybe it's just me being overconfident, or maybe I'm, you know, on a similar level of everybody else. Everybody else thinks they're confident enough to ride all different kinds of bikes. But let me know what you guys think.